Hey everyone, it's Trader Rob. An absolute brutal day of trading yesterday. Let's see how we can fare in the markets this morning, right after the intro. Tough day of trading yesterday. No other way of really putting it. All three, actually, it was across the board loser, so it was pretty much 0 for 4 on all of the strategies. They all shit the bed yesterday and paid the price for it, that's for sure. So, our evaluation account yesterday took about a $425 hit. Let's just pull that one up. And so we currently sit at $49,489, which is 500 negative 510 out of 3,000. Seems like we keep bouncing back between break even and 400, break even 400, break even 400. So hopefully we can get out of this little spell that we're in. And let's just take a really quick look at the trades from yesterday. As ugly as they are, I show them all. We get an inside bar in gold between 8 and 9 a.m. The actual inside bar formed at 8:05, closed at 8:10. We got activated into the short by a few ticks, reversed, knocked us out. 21 ticks or $210. In oil, we took a first session hit. We get activated into the short. This one did look promising. Actually, both oil trades looked promising. And 8:15 news. Oh, I should also comment on this one. 8:15 news hit, and this thing just shot up like a rocket. I also had a ton of slippage on that trade. This trade looked really promising right off the get-go, and just reversed after that news, knocked us out. Same thing in session 2. We get activated into the short based on the 9:10 a.m. inside bar. And again, just this. So I took this one as a loser for 15 ticks. And I took the gold trade, which ended up being about a 27 tick loss with slippage that we had on that. So morning strategies did not do so well. Rob reversal. So as you guys I left off yesterday's video, kind of explaining to you the scenarios here, and pretty much why here you would not be taking this trade. Well, first off, this is 9:15, so this meets our time condition. We do find the pattern that we're looking for, but it closed below the 80 MA, no trade. Now you get on the same candle, I should say, I'm sorry, the sequential candle, we get a setup to go short. Time condition works, closes under the 80 MA. This would be a go. I even drew this out yesterday. You'd have an entry order one tick below the low of that wick. You never get into this trade. Once this next candle flips to an up bar, momentum's gone. Trade should be deactivated. So no setup there. But towards the end of the day, these end of the day trades have been tough. And it seems like particularly this exact 115, I've got it in my back testing. It's been a few of the losers that we've had. Or maybe not necessarily always just full losers, but getting towards the end of the day and you're kind of scrambling to get out of this trade or stay in the trade. This thing gets activated to the long setups there. This thing goes to about, let's see, and I'll tell you. So it goes about 15 and a half points, so about $300. And this is right around 2 p.m. I told people, my Discord, and I even put out in the video that, these you want to get out between like 2:15 and 2:20 before the algos start kicking in. And I probably should have just either taken the break even or just taking some profit off, at that 2 o'clock mark. But I kept it in there. This thing was just fighting back and forth, and really no chance. Right around 220-ish, this thing just reverses and knocks me out for a full 35-point loss. So the funded account now is negative $700 from yesterday as well. So now you can kind of understand where I'm coming from, where it was just a pretty brutal day of trading. No other way of saying it. So it's important to. Oh, and another thing too is that I got barely any sleep last night. I was up until about 2:30 in the morning, getting this new computer ready, which is what I'm using right now. Computer's awesome, but it's not 100% configured yet. I still got to do my desktop software. So I'm really limited right now to just 2 monitors, and it's a little difficult when you're doing editing and videoing and trying to be on Discord and trading view charts and these charts. So I'm scrambling a little bit here this morning, but I took about 5-10 minutes before I started this video, went through all of my settings on my chart, went through all of my instruments, my ATM strategies, just to verify that everything was working. And I honestly took about 3 or 4 minutes just kind of to myself, and just to kind of like get myself in the right train of mind for trading. So little rush today, but we'll see here what we can get done with this market. Stick around.
Order canceled.
All right, so here's our first and really only trade of the day. It was in oil session 2. Oil session 1 previously was a loser. Did not obviously take that in the eval, but I did take a very small position in the cash account just to kind of track it. And this oil has just kind of been stuck in this range, very similar trade to session 1, as far as it kind of still being in this range. And we've got the overnight open down below, and actually where the stop is placed, you could kind of play hopefully a bounce from there if that's if that obviously comes to play. Again, I don't really trade the overnight open as anything discretionary. I just really like to have it on my chart as more of a reference point. And so we're obviously looking for a long here. We're looking for it to break out of those, out of the tops from, I don't know, maybe about 5 or 6 bars ago. You can see where price action has kind of gone up to and been slapped twice. So we are looking for a breakout here. And in my opinion, those trades, they get a little bit more dicey because we've already had some inside bars that have really not been able to produce really much movement from here. So overall, as I try to be as positive as possible, don't have the best feeling on this trade, especially from that first bar that kind of got rejected all the way down, came back up, and now you're kind of starting to see sellers stepping in and kind of defending their turf. And at this point, really, it's just hitting the overnight open, takes us out for a stop loss.
Stop filled.
Tough day of trading. No other way of sugarcoating this scenario here today. Back to back, 2 pretty big losing days for not only the eval, but also the cash account. Actually, my cash account today was more negative than the eval. And, I'm looking at these charts, and the CL, honestly, was kind of zigzagging all day long. We took 2 trades, honestly, both kind of similar trades, with session 1 and session 2. Let me just open up the trading view. I think it's just easier to kind of follow along with what I'm talking about. So here, today we had no trade in gold, okay? But just kind of been the scenario. Why I love these inside bar strategies is like this was one inside bar before my strategy starts. Okay. And and yeah, you could tell I'm today hurt a little bit. But if I let's just grab a where is it at? Where is my Where is my ruler tool staring me right in the face? All right, so let's just say that, this is an inside bar, the only inside bar we get. And then off of that move, you get 60 ticks. I mean, that's a huge move. And we missed it. We missed it obviously by one candlestick for it to be in our strategy. Here you get another scenario where you get another inside bar, two inside bars really, I don't know, an hour and 20 minutes apart from each other. And this sucker goes for 54 ticks. So the strategy is there. It's just, I don't know, it's been a rough, actually, February. I am red. Today got me red into my cash account for February. Obviously, the eval today took a huge shit off of since we didn't take gold. There was no gold set up today. Obviously, you're looking at two losers here in both sessions in oil. I took first session in cash, smaller trade. Did not take it on the eval, and took this one in eval it was a max source bar, 35 ticks, huge loss. So that is the $350 that were down there. So the eval's down like $800, and once you start getting into that territory, now you're just fighting to survive, to be honest with you. You're really trying to fight to survive. And yeah, I mean, I've had my share of mishaps with, just the trading, and I'm going out of town. So I've missed some pretty damn good trades that might have made this account a lot more manageable, even more into the even range. So let's just see what we got left here. The account can't go below 48,861. So we're gonna be, what is this, like on Tuesday? I mean, thank goodness we got at least Monday off. But we are going to have a very small buffer, maybe about $1,000, if I'm doing the math right. No, it's going to be like a maybe $400 or $500 buffer, which, on a bad day that you hit that, on a good day, you can start to make that up. But you could tell by the sound of my voice that today was a big hit. And I don't want to say it was unlucky, because trading isn't about luck or unluck. It's about what the market wants to do, and it just didn't want to cooperate. So let everybody know in Discord, I'm shutting it down today. I'm not looking for Rob reversals, not looking for any other trades today. And as I'm talking, there's going to be a setup right here. There's going to be a Rob reversal setup right here. So what do I do? What do we do? I almost feel like if I'm out of the trade, that maybe everybody else will hit it. It seems to have been the case. So, and yeah, I know I'm talking pretty negative today. I'm usually a very upgoing, positive person, but it's been a few days of just some pretty bad losses. So as far as a Rob reversal is concerned, we got a setup here to go long at 8 o'clock. Close below the ADMA, nothing. Now here, just so you guys can understand this trade, I mean, there's about 6 minutes left on this candle. And what this candle would need to do for this to be a setup is some part of the body or the wick or the candle needs to break the high of the previous candle, which is an up candle. And it has done that. Okay, you can see, hopefully you guys can see that. Let me see if I can even blow this up even more. Okay, so you can see that the top of this candle right here is greater than this one right here. Okay, so that's the first part of the pattern. The second part of the pattern is that this candle would have to close within this body so that this would turn into a down candle. And it cannot pierce the bottom of this wick. So there's a few conditions to that pattern that I'm looking for. Obviously, the indicator makes it super easy because, like here, another good example, you've got down bar. Okay. You are looking for the next bar to go lower than this low, to make a new lower low from this candle, but then to reverse back up and close within the body of this candle, which would give it an up candle. And the top of this candle cannot break the top of this candle right here. So again, pretty simple. Indicator makes it very simple, but once you start looking at the indicator and, you know, you could just, I could see these patterns in my sleep, to be honest with you. And if you trade them for any amount of time, you'll probably do the same thing. So right here, if this candle was to close right now, we would be in a trade. Well, we actually wouldn't be in a trade yet. We would then have an entry order with an entry to go short one tick below this wick. And the next candle would then open and would need to pierce this line here to take this trade. So that's kind of an example of this trade. Just kind of happens that you're getting a setup that is working out in real time, which is kind of cool. And we've got about 3 minutes left on this trade. So I can either go into the weekend and follow my own advice that I gave in Discord, that I was going to be shutting it down for the day, or I take this Rob reversal. What do I do? What do I do? Well, there's 3 minutes left to see. Let's just say if I take it, I won't finish this video. Meaning that I'll come back and I'll give you guys an update. And if you don't get another update from me, it's because I didn't take the trade. But I am going through a mental battle right now if I take it or I don't take it. Because it's just, I've been seeing red for 2 days straight, and I kind of feel like I need a break from the charts. Kind of happy that we're going into the weekend, and that I'm not going to be trading on Monday. So we'll be coming back on the video on Tuesday. That's it. I guess that's all I got for today. I wish it was a more upbeat video, but it's not, and that's going to be trading. So maybe you'll see me again. Maybe you won't. Either way, happy trading, everyone.